Check time is 6:30 a.m. Time for conversation with Dayo and Tola. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba. Good morning.
All right, on conversation with Dayo and Tola, we give you newspaper review with top-notch analysis, let you know our opinion, and we'll give you the opportunity to also share yours towards the end of the program, giving you news you can use. This is a network program, which means we're live on the radio network of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. Coming to you live from our stables right here at Iliakede, Orita Basharon, Ibadan, Oluyole 98.5 FM, Adilete 92.1 FM, and Okiogun 96.3 FM. Those are the stations on the network. We're also broadcasting live, streaming on our social media platforms. Facebook, on Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and Twitter at Oluyole FM. On those two feedback channels, you can go there right now and follow our live stream, audio visual. Okay, so you can go ahead, drop your comments ahead of time, and we promise to do justice to your comments. Check us out also on Instagram at Oluyole 98.5 FM and Radio Garden and Mixlr. That's the online radio platform, mixlr.com/Oluyole FM. The website of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State remains the same, www.bcos.tv/listen. So you get to listen audio only, okay, so via website anywhere in the world. Just type www.bcos.tv/listen and you get to hear us loud and clear. Okay, so today is the 30th, the very last day in September, the 30th day of September 2020. Where are you? What are you doing? By tomorrow it will be October 1. And don't forget, we already announced yesterday, and we're reiterating it right now, and tomorrow we will be appreciating you, our callers, and yes, with something what the while. Okay, courtesy of the management. So keep your fingers crossed. Nigeria will be 60, so it will be something along that line. Something with 6 and 0.
6 and 0.
Okay, so
happy birthday, Nigeria.
So we can say happy birthday in advance. By this time tomorrow, Nigeria will be 60. Oh, what a number! Wow. All right, we'll go straight to the newspapers. I have a copy of the Punch newspaper,
and I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
Reps withdraw water bill as lawmakers clash. You have rider bill reintroduced through back door. Didn't follow proper procedure, says PDP legislators. And we will challenge attempts to change rules, say pro-water bill lawmakers. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
It's also the banner headline of the Nigerian Tribune. Reps withdraw water resources control bill. Okay. Buhari wants Itakpe Wari rail line linked to ports. That's on page 39 of the Punch newspaper. It totally says here that the rail line has come alive. It says 30 years after Itakpe Ajaokuta Wari rail line comes alive, and it's actually directed that the rail line should link Apapa, Wari, other ports. That's good for development. Pretty good. That's a plus for the Buhari-led government. Magu's lawyers planting false publications against panel, says Salami. That's on page 40 of the Punch newspaper. P&ID UK court orders release of $200 million deposit to Nigeria. Just so here, P&ID UK court releases $200 million guarantee for $10 billion judgment. It's on page 7 here in the Punch newspaper. All right. The eminent Nigerians have still been talking about Nigeria at 60. The Nigerian Tribune, Nigeria at 60 interview series from Professor Banjaki Toye, a new factor pushing Nigeria towards predictable end. I would fight again to keep Nigeria together, says Hussaini. Nigeria has been destroyed. That's coming from Chief Frank Ovie Kokore. Wow, that's tough. Ben boss. Tough.
Pretty tough.
And celebration diverts attention from wickedness of our ruling class. Oluyole.
Okay. Economy stunted. Hardship increasing due to insecurity. Niger State Governor talking there. That's a page 24 of the Punch newspaper. By the way, Buhari presents 2021 budget to National Assembly next week. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper. And as we prepare for Nigeria at 60, Christian Association of Nigeria CAN lists 10-point demand, says lopsided appointments generating tension. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Yes, and on 2020 budget, we've suffered $14 billion revenue loss. Senate President raises the alarm. List tax before National Assembly. Senate to receive 2021 budget estimates next week, he says. Page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Fraud. Ex-banker jailed 98 years to return $49,368,000. Pages 4 and 5. What?
Wow.
49 million. That's what some. What? We can't justify stealing. I mean, a thief is a thief. I mean, when you confirm, but 98. This person I'm looking at should be in her 50s.
So
what's the assurance that she will live up to half of that 98 years?
So definitely it is a life sentence.
Can't we handle looters of our treasury this way?
That's the big question. Someone is still walking free in the UK and they were making statements.
Wow.
Someone who pillaged the sector of this country.
Wow.
Well, what the law says we shouldn't, until pronounced guilty, we shouldn't. Anyway, and no plea bargaining for people like this. I guess.
All. At all. I think the money is not plenty for her to employ some senior advocates. So it might be hard to get some people on her side.
So the higher you are,
standards.
Anyway, like you said, stealing is stealing. And
that's it.
Punishment should be meted at as appropriate. All right, we have politics this morning. Disquiet in ZLP PDP as Mimiko meets Obasanjo. Page 27 of the Nigerian Tribune.
That's another move, major move right there. Well, Lagos Ogun demand tax from Lakon after BB Naija win.
Of course.
Page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Of course.
It was a tweet. The guy was celebrating. They just mentioned it. Chairman, we are expecting you. Come and pay tax. Wow. Back to back. Before you spend too much, you are supposed to. VAT. Wow, interesting. Lagos will demand tax from Lakon after BB Naija win. Page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Well, what should they be taxed for? Free money? Well,
whichever money, income. I think his own is income tax. So it's income, so he has to pay. He's got to pay.
Okay. Buhari seeks National Assembly approval to refund 148 billion for road repairs in Ondo for other states. Page 26 of the Nigerian.
Talking about Ondo State, congratulations to civil servants in that state. Akeredolu promotes 31,086 civil servants in Ondo. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper. Election like Jesus. Pre-election like Jesus. 31K.
It could be coincidental. Just about time for those promotions.
Right. And all of them are due for promotion.
That's 1,086.
All of them due for promotion in September. Well, due for a commercial break. At least this one I'm sure of. When we're back, we'll take more stories. Don't go anywhere.
The global for Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th International Interdisciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at the International Conference Center, Leap City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 and above to apply for Women Business Ownership Program for the prize of up to $10,000. Secondary school girls aged 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual 5,000 naira, in person 15,000 naira, and for secondary school 1,000 naira. For registration, contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also contact bcosmajor@yahoo.com or visit BCOS Room 5, Iliakede, Bashorun, Ibadan.
So glad to know you're there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola. We continue with the headlines.
El Zakzaki to face trial as court dismisses no case submission. Page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune.
That sounds nice. So the trial continues. Okay. One thing I know is that the probability that it will be released before the end of this tenure is very slim. Very, very slim. Maybe if someone else comes in and they're cool, fine. But these guys will most likely not let him go. Most likely.
The court orders that it should be released.
Okay.
The government is quoting certain aspects of the constitution.
National security. We understand. Okay. Also, Deputy Chief of Staff charged it. What? Hello. Also, Deputy Chief of Staff charged with $120,000 fraud. Wow. Page 7 of the Punch newspaper. Wow.
What could be?
How? Oh. Wow. Okay. Page 7 of the Punch newspaper. You want details?
Cases of stroke, heart attack on the rise due to COVID-19, and that's coming from the Nigerian Cardiac Society. Also said sometimes ago that cases of mental illness were also on the increase, aggravated by COVID-19.
Yesterday was World Art Day. So it begins to talk about attack and all that. I mean, details happen in this country if you are not careful. You hear some amount of money. If somebody is not careful, you just end up with heart attack. So a lot of things in this country. One just has to be able to manage one's health, because I beg, please don't let one news kill you. You have more fruitful life ahead of you. So please live well, eat well, exercise. Your life is yours. You owe nobody an explanation, but make sure you live right. Don't let somebody sitting down somewhere. Yes, their actions will affect us, but how you manage your emotions. It's psychic sometimes. When I tell people, sometimes just avoid getting yourself engrossed in some things, or else.
And importantly, regular medical checkup, because sometimes these things are silent killers. You could be happy, you could possibly you don't have a care in the world, and yet something is wrong with your system, with your heart, and you wouldn't know.
That's true.
So essential regular medical checkup to ascertain your state of well-being.
Very good, very true. Sean Godfatherism, don't control Obaseki. Ewari tells PDP. That's on page 16 of the Punch newspaper.
It also here, PDP governors should refrain from being godfathers to Obaseki, that's above Benin. Governors paid him a visit yesterday, PDP governors, and pictures speak here.
Solidarity.
Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State and some Wiki of Rivers, Golden Obaseki himself, Aminu Tambala of Sokoto, they were all there yesterday too.
Well, they stood with him throughout the election period. All those people were there with him, even on the D-Day. You know, I remember our governor was even wearing t-shirt and jeans. You know, he went to work. That was work, serious work. You know, so and I'm sure he himself knows what they helped him to achieve. Okay, so maybe that's why somebody say, don't control him. They have their states. They are all serving governors. All things being equal, they should focus on their states.
Well, we're talking about being controlled. Well, I think Obaseki has shown some antecedents that he wouldn't really be controlled by anyone.
He's been able to get himself free from defeating bots.
And he was able to make a statement. Okay.
Definitely.
Against all odds.
Definitely, he did that. I give that to him. APC seeks support for El Rufai panel on Ekiti crisis. Okay, so it's El Rufai now that's coming to solve problem in Ekiti. It's okay. Page 16 of the Punch newspaper.
Buhari transmits PIB to National Assembly, seeks speedy passage into law. That suggests cynicism, attempts to frustrate reforms, says Bajabi Amila. PIB, about time too. You keep asking that same question. Why the controversy? Why did it take so long?
Oil sector. It's hard to ask some questions here because you know the person in charge. You can't afford to talk too much. Federal government declares October 1 public holiday. So tomorrow is a public holiday. Okay, so absence of Maina, Shorty, Ndume stalls ex-pension boss trial. And I have shown, okay, we've taken that. That story, court stops CDA from forcing firm to pay dues. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
But illegal money flows from Africa near $90 billion, UN study says.
Wow, $90 billion. Wow.
We also have Bajabi Amila wants MDAs over non-budgetary spending. 68th Independence Anniversary. Khan charges Buhari to sign electoral bill reform, reduce fuel electricity prices, says insecurity never this bad. Now calls for sack of service chiefs.
And it's also here, court rejects May Lafia opposition to police invitation in court. Okay, and you have federal government must honor ceasefire agreement with Labour, says Bajabi Amila. Both stories on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
Pencom board uproar in National Assembly as senators kick against nominee from North. Electoral amendment bill over 11,000 signed petition demanding immediate passage. And from defense matters this morning, NAF wings first female combat pilot officer, 5 others. That's talking about Kafayat Sonny. She was a colleague to the late Arotili at that time. You used to have pictures of
reminds one
side by side.
Yeah, so rest in peace. Very sad story right there. Sad issue. Well, congrats to Kafayat. Wish her the very best. Okay. Minister seeks constitutional backing for 35% affirmative action. And you have Ndopo Ajayi didn't reject Ijaw people aid. Jegede accuses thugs of disrupting campaign. And you have Udwaha came alone, left alone, says Delta APC. Ain't that funny? Udwaha came alone, left alone.
Okay. So
says Delta APC. Really? A former governor?
Oh, that's telling me.
Came alone?
Oh.
Well, you can say he left alone, but came alone? Really? Okay. All right. Politics page of the Punch newspaper, page 16. You'll find all those stories I just took. Very interesting ones there. And you also have PDP National Working Committee ratifies sacking of Osun State chairman. Oh, interesting. Woo.
All right. Page 16 of the Punch newspaper.
You know the one about Uduahan? You remember Aesop's fables way back in primary school, the story of the fox and the grapes. When he couldn't get the grapes he wanted so badly, the fox ended up saying that, well, those grapes are sour after all. So, I don't need them.
Since you couldn't lay your hands on them, give the dog a bad name just to hang it. The dog is gone. Gone. Hey, all right. I mean, comic relief right there. Page 17 of the Punch newspaper. SDP National Chairman Adeniro quits politics, and you have Nigeria at 60. Federal government shut down Federal Secretariat from Wednesday. Wait, so it's going to be more than one day? That's interesting. From Wednesday. That means it's going to go beyond Wednesday. Oh, sorry. Honorable Mr. has told us that it will be 1 year celebration anyway. So we should expect some.
Well,
even though it's low key, 1 year celebration, low key.
Well, crime and human angle stories this morning. 8 fared killed as canoe capsizes in Delta. Scavenger escapes attack following struggle with madman. Scavenger and the madman.
Interesting.
Lagos gas
explosion. You look at their dress code, you hardly know the difference.
I was actually coming to that. Lagos gas explosion victim dies in hospital. And troops eliminate 2 bandits, arrest 3, recover arms in Kaduna. Attack of Borno governor's convoy, wives of slain policemen appeal to Zulum for support.
All right, talking about the opening of the international airport. 80 passengers tested positive 7 days after arrival, says PTF. I hope you have their contact. Okay. Release Unijos others. Takeoff grants, reps tell FG. And you have flood has submerged, wait for this, 150 Niger communities, says Bello. Wow. 150 communities.
That's a massive addition to the population of internally displaced persons.
I'm telling you, only God knows how many people will even die with the flood.
People, honestly, deaths, people displaced by conflict, displaced by natural disasters. Wow, that's a Nigerian story.
Details of that story on page 24 of the Punch newspaper.
Now, some of the travels of former CBN boss Melafia is still far from over. Court dismisses Melafia's application seeking to stop invitation as invitation by the DSS.
Oh, okay. On the business and economy page of the Punch newspaper, pension 4,668 job losers withdraw 2.56 billion in 3 months. They will eat now. And we're focusing on domestic gas growth, says NNPC, and they have 700 billion naira recovered through whistleblowers in 4 years, says the federal government. And Nigerians not benefiting from US duty-free exports, says NEPC. And finally, on the business and economy page, NLNG raises cooking gas supply to 450,000 metric tons. All on page 25 of the Punch newspaper.
Our federal government decongest prisons, releases 3,751 inmates. HIV kills 53,000 Nigerians annually. That's according to a study. HIV is still killing people.
I'm telling you, with all the provisions made for them, and almost free.
The awareness.
Seems the awareness has dropped anyway.
I guess people assume that it has vanished.
That would be wrong.
So, very wrong. So definitely the people are letting down their guard. Unprotected sex, indiscriminate.
That's dangerous. Really, really dangerous. Senators reject Buhari's nominee as PENCOM DG. And you have logistics firm appoints board chairman. That's on page 36 of the Punch newspaper.
Cultists storm Akwa Ibom Church, injure worshippers.
They came to worship God. Well, Buhari asks Senate to confirm 8 new Supreme Court justices. And you also have Kano constitutes 10-man panel on Almajiri feeding uniform. Katsina schools reopen October 5. Long to run shift timetables. Magu's lawyers planting false publications against panel, says Salami. And you have Diri wrong seeking payment of Soko Wells money to Bayelsa, says Wike. Niger vows to punish local government chairman for public bloody fight. And you have tenant tackles Gbagi. Petitions police alleges malicious looting. All that on page 40 of the Punch newspaper.
Alright, are we good to go for sports?
Yep, let's go to sports.
Okay, the sports page of the Nigerian Tribune. Osihe in COVID-19 scare. And virus rocks Serie A EPL. Eagles missing Igalu. Others, says Raw. Finidi hurt by Nigeria snub. And Trust Ekong joins Watford.
Well, you have Valencia edge Sociedad to top La Liga, and you have Eagles will advance from 2022 World Cup qualifying group, says Janet Raw. Djokovic makes rapid French Open starts. Pliskova survives first round scare. Let me see if we have more here. Sunshine Stars players grown over old salaries, and you have ex-keepers back. Alan Paso to rival Uzoho Akpeyi. Wrestling Federation targets more Olympic slots in Morocco. Falode hails Obaseki over Women's Football Initiative. That's on page 45 and 46, the sports pages of the Punch newspaper. That's about that. About the headlines. Time check 6:57 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. It's conversation with Dayo and Tola. We go straight to the meat of the news. You want to fire the first shot?
Well, I'm talking about the controversial water resources bill. Now, reps withdraw water resources control bill resolved to gazette it for. I didn't say this right earlier. Resolved to gazette it for reconsideration, public hearing.
Well, they will most likely say go back to it.
Okay. The House of Representatives on resumption of plenary session on Tuesday backed down further legislative action on the passage of the controversial water resources bill and unanimously resolved that the bill should be gazetted for fresh consideration in line with the House rules. The resolution followed the matter of privilege raised by Honorable Benjamin Mizundu, Benue PDP, who complained that his privilege as contained in the House rules was breached as he was denied the opportunity to make inputs to the bill because the legislation was not gazetted and copies distributed to House members in line with normal House rules and procedure. Speaker Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila in his ruling on Mizundu's point of order directed that the bill be gazetted and reintroduced for consideration and passage or otherwise, since it failed normal House legislative procedures. He stated that fundamental issues were raised regarding the manner in which the bill was passed, declaring that ordinarily a matter of privilege is not debated, but allowed contributions by members because of the importance of the matter. According to him, the House would not be party to offending its own rules and procedures. Therefore, the bill would have to be re-gazetted and reintroduced for consideration in accordance with House rules. Earlier, Mizundu, in his point of order, had alleged that the House rules were breached in the consideration and passage of the bill, which was recommitted and reconsidered by the House on July 23. Reps withdraw water resources control bill, resolved to gazette it for reconsideration public hearing. Page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
One thing is clear, Honorable Nzondu, who actually is a PDP Federal House of Rep member, had his presentation well prepared. He came prepared with facts. The bill was not put together in 2020. But they gave it a name, Bill for so 2020, which means you are making it look like you're presenting it fresh. And when a bill is supposed to be brought in fresh, the first thing you do is you gazette it. and then it must go through first reading, second reading, and third reading, which means it must be discussed on the floor of the House. Unfortunately, that was not what happened to this bill. You remember, because they had discussed it before, they just brought it back and just mentioned it and passed. That was wrong. His northern counterparts from the other party who came up and started arguing or just say, no, maybe you were there when we were discussing it. That's not the point. The point is, they did follow due process. And so, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila had no choice than to flow or go with the dictates of their order. You know, they have this called, order paper every day, and they have their rules in the House. That the truth is, the rules are clear. If you are bringing a fresh bill dated 2020, it means it must be discussed on the floor of the House that same year. Not that you would depend on something that was done in the previous House of Reps sitting, maybe, the hate assembly, and say, okay, after all, it was discussed then. No, there are fresh allegations, fresh accusations, fresh intents, and so we must discuss it. And don't also forget, there's something that is common, which one of the other Rep members, I can't remember his name again now, came up and mentioned. He said, we have been accused consistently of smuggling different sections into new bills, which is true. For example, what's this bill now that was passed recently about media and all that? You discovered Kama. You discovered that the NGO bill that was shut down initially was brought back into Kama. Okay, so and everybody knows that. So the honorable member said, we have been accused consistently about this thing. Why are we not discussing this bill? Are we sure that there's nothing in it? And then what was it for me? The icing on the cake for me was when Honorable Zondu came up the second time and said, well, even if you don't believe what we've been saying, the fact that the clean copy of this bill was not served to all of us. At that point, I was like, hello, wait. So, you mean they didn't share copies?
They actually said it. They actually said it before, that they never got copies.
And they passed it. At that point, I knew, no. The speaker wants to incur, because he was already getting rowdy at that point. People were already shouting at themselves. The truth is, how do you pass a bill that the members don't have access to? They've not even seen it.
They're not in the details and what it implies.
And you want to force that on Nigerians? So at that point, I knew this bill was going to be removed. And so they did that and said, the Honorable Speaker said, go and re-gazette it. We will now discuss it, and you know what that means. It means the necessary procedures will be followed. There will be discussion. They will have to open the floor. Everybody, concerned people, stakeholders will have to come
to speak about the public hearing.
Exactly. When you go through the necessary process, then allow people speak their mind. Don't just force a law and say you need it. No, it's beyond that.
And then we begin to see just how popular the bill is.
Exactly.
One fallout I also see here again is the fact that, for those in the National Assembly who would want to shoot down the bill is not yet Uhuru, because this removal now, it's about the bill not following the proper procedure.
Exactly.
It's not, the discussions are still coming later. And I also make bold to say, like I said, it's not yet Uhuru. And if you actually look at the tenacity of the federal government in this matter,
I'm telling you, it's as if something is there for them to gain. I'm becoming suspicious anyway.
And I suspect it would eventually still come up in another way via another channel with a different name.
Wow.
I believe that's what is still going to happen. So whether they will now take care of the aspect of following proper procedure is what remains to be seen right now. But it's still a good development in the sense that at least things will be properly done this time around, and like I said, we would see just how popular this bill is with the people.
Wow. Okay, we'll see how that pans out. For now, it's been withdrawn from the National Assembly, especially the Federal House of Reps. Well, good news for Nigeria. P&I, the UK court releases $200 million guarantee. What does this mean? Have we won the case? No. Is the case ongoing? Yes. So how does $200 million come into play? A United Kingdom commercial court on Tuesday ordered the release of the $200 million used as security for the Process and Industrial Development $10 billion arbitral award. The Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, and the Central Bank of Nigeria revealed this on Tuesday. This came on the heels of a September 4, 2020 judgment of the UK court, pointing out suspected cases of fraud in the process leading to the gas supply contract allegedly breached by Nigeria and the basis upon which the award was issued in favor of P&ID by a London arbitration panel in 2017. The court also granted the federal government permission to challenge the final arbitral award. The CBN stated in its official Twitter handle at Central Bank that the court awarded a £70,000 cost in favor of Nigeria in addition to an earlier award of £1.5 million. It wrote, quote, Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves was this morning boosted by over $200 million when the London Commercial Court ordered the release of the $200 million guarantee put in place as security in respect of the execution of the much discredited P&ID $10 billion arbitral claim. The court also awarded a £70,000 cost in favor of Nigeria in addition to an earlier award of £1.5 million. P&ID UK court releases $200 million guarantee for $10 billion judgments. I think we're recording some levels of successes, and we can only pray that it continues.
It also means
this is clearly a case of fraud. Clearly a case of fraud.
And those involved on the Nigerian side, I think it's high time they begin to answer more questions. It's high time they begin to...
Well, one thing you might have noticed is that there's less noise about the personalities involved because one of the major lawyers from the part of Nigeria is directly connected to one national leader in one popular party. No names mentioned. We're due for a commercial break. When we're back, we'll continue. Don't go anywhere.
The Global Youth Leadership and Girl Child Foundation, in partnership with the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCOS, presents the 6th Disciplinary Conference on Raising Girls' Ambition, RAGA 2020. Theme, Advancing Women's Career for Sustainable Development. Date, 13th to 16th October 2020. Venue, virtually via Zoom and also in person at the International Conference Center, Lead City University, Ibadan. Calling on academics to submit abstracts and papers. Calling on young women between the ages of 18 to 25 and above to apply for Women Business Ownership Program for the prize of up to $10,000. Secondary school girls aged 12 to 16 are to submit essays, creative arts, and enter for debate and quiz for the grand prize of 50,000 naira for each competition. Conference fee for virtual 5,000 naira, in person 15,000 naira, and for secondary school 1,000 naira. For registration, contact 0815-271-9250 or bcoscommercial@gmail.com. You can also contact bcosmajor@yahoo.com or visit BCOS Room 5, Ile Akede, Bashorun, Ibadan.
So glad to know you there. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola. We'll be opening the phone lines right about now. We'll take one more story before we do that.
Our 2020 budget, we've suffered $14 billion revenue loss. Senate President raises the alarm. That's as President Buhari presents 2021 budget to the Senate next week. The 2020 budget has since suffered about $14 billion revenue gap. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, made the disclosure on Tuesday in his opening remarks at the resumption of federal lawmakers from their annual recess. Nigerian Tribune investigation revealed that the 2020 budget already in the last quarter with a total estimate of 10.33 trillion as a revenue projection of 8.15 trillion naira. Senator Lawan attributed the dismal performance to the disruptions in both local and international economic activities occasioned by COVID-19. 2020 budget will suffer $14 billion revenue loss.
Wow. The phone lines are open. 09025038006, 08055009850. Feel free to call us, share your opinion, and let's know how that affects you. Today, the 30th of September, is International Translation Day. International Translation Day. The role of language professionals. The International Translation Day is meant as an opportunity to pay tribute to the work of language professionals. You have polyglots, people who speak different languages and all that. These professionals play an important role in bringing nations together, facilitating dialogue, understanding, and cooperation, contributing to development and strengthening world peace and security. September 30, 2020, International Translation Day. Is our first caller here?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Shola from Okaka.
Nice to have you, Mr. Shola.
Can you hear me, sir? Good morning.
We can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
All right, sir. Please, I want to say something about this Nigerian, the PIT Nigeria foreign reserves. What is the impact of all this money to Nigerian citizens? Let me put it that way. Because if you heard the news and if you also say something about the benefits to Nigerians who are hungry, who are at home with no good job, no good things of livelihood. That's number one, sir. Secondly, can you hear me, sir?
We are with you, but please make it brief.
Right, please, I want to say something about this 700 naira, the banker who got $49 million. The politicians, they are more than this. We know a thief is a thief, as you said earlier. A thief is a thief. So these politicians are going to go through with no any single judgment on passing on them.
All right.
Nigeria is a democracy with rule of law. Nobody is above the law. Nobody above the law. This is not fair.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ishola.
Once more. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's make it all right. Yeah. Let's make it brief, 60 seconds, so more people can contribute. Thank you so much, Mr. Ishola, from Okaka. 08055009850 0902 5038 Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Caleb Alabi from New Road.
Nice to have you, Mr. Caleb.
I just want to comment on the Lagos State government that serve Yukon and I think give the Niger award that you should pay tax for 2021 tax assessment. I think it is part of the obligation for the con to pay tax on his award. Once again, I congratulate him. Secondly, I want Obateki to eat to the advice of Obabini by showing the godfatherism, because it is through this he can fulfill his electionary campaign in the Republic of Edo State. That is my comment this morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Caleb. Well, Mr. Wari was actually even telling them not to be his godfather, that they should not put pressure on him. But of course, we also get it. He too should not become a godfather.
They have their own states to run.
So I think he himself should not become a godfather. They're very important. 09025038006 08055009850. Someone else is here.
Hello.
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 Good morning.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. I'm going to fight you guys.
Hey, yeah, sorry.
Yesterday, you didn't pick my call.
Oh, not our fault. It's the traffic.
Well, I just want to say that they better put a censor on this newfound money that is boosting our economy.
Oh.
If not, it's going to go the same way all the Abacha loots went.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because, yes, it's good, and I say congratulations to Nigeria for having this addition. But the crux of the matter is, in whose hands will this money hinge? Who is going to have this money at the end of the day? Is it going to be somebody in a private account, like the school feeding money?
Well, according to the CBN governor, to be going to our foreign reserves. So we want to believe them.
And let them make sure that the boost will benefit the average Nigerian at the end of the day.
All right. I'm sure the average listener wants to know your name.
I'm Dr. Adiola.
Okay, we know you. Every other person wants to know you too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right. Someone else is here. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Kindly speak up, sir. Oh, that's from your hand. Do well to call back. 080-550-09850, 0902-503806.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, how you doing?
This is Haruna from Uduru, Bomosho.
Good morning.
Mr. Adianti, God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
Amen.
I want to say two things. One, government is trying to give promotion to those that are already due for promotion. Why now? Well, no problem. It's only God that can save Nigeria. We don't know who is deceiving who. And according to them, they want to celebrate Nigeria at least for a year in a low key. They should also celebrate us that we shouldn't pay for electricity for 1 year. God bless Nigeria.
I don't know. Okay. For 1 year, you said? Okay. So someone is here.
Sounds good.
1 year. Interesting. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
Today is International Day for the Elder. I congratulate all the elder people in our society. But to make that transaction, not be doing well to our elderly people. For example, no financial package for them, no payment or prompt payment of gratitude to them, and you have them to injury. These are our youth. They never pursue the old people. They don't give a maximum respect. For example, in the bank, you see the youth lined up, and you expect the elderly people to line up to them. So, there's opportunity. In the bus, you meet them, the kind of why you need to take it down. And that's the thing some of you are actually in bank corporate. You have some of you are and all sorts of Omolabi involved giving a maximum respect to our elderly people. And how to challenge our youth. So right from today, we should be respecting, according respect to our elderly people.
All right,
as
sir.
they are matching their days.
Oh, that's from your hand too. Thank you so much, Alhaji Ayelabugo. We really appreciate you. All right. Let's take comments from the social media hand. Odebumi Fatai, thank you. Fumilola Dewale, we appreciate you. He says, good morning, Mr. DNT. It's been a while. Yes, so happy last day of the month. Okay, something like last day. Okay, celebration of 68 years anniversary of Nigeria will bring total freedom for us all from captivity. Amen. Okay, thank you. Adio Tikunle, good morning, Mr. Tola. It's clear that from all indications, Nigeria at 60, we have nothing very good to celebrate than the untold achievement resulted from the bad policies of the FG. Well, it has not all been bad like that now throughout 60 years. Let's see something good in all of this.
Well, we've had the good times, we've had the difficult times, and we'll pull through.
Yeah, so we've gone through worse, if you ask me. Seems someone is here.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. Nice to have you, sir.
Well done, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I also pray that the anniversary, the 50 years anniversary that Nigeria wants to do tomorrow will bring joy come to us.
Amen.
So may God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Otumba Father Yadeolu Cornelius, Nigeria 60. Okay, we've taken that. Oh, Rugbade Williams. Your man is here. He said, I can see federal government being sensitive to the reaction of the masses by flagging off another industrial railway project linking some commercial routes. Kudos to GMB. Let him pay additional attention to pump price and electricity tariff. Dear last Sunday, good morning, Mr. Tola, and a happy independent anniversary to Nigeria. Well, it's tomorrow. I can congratulate in advance. On World Bill issue, there's an hidden agenda on the bill. It must be thrown out completely. That's Comrade Adiola from Shaki. Christian Bola Adio says Nigeria at 60. May God save us from our leaders, because celebrating in poverty, increase in fuel and electricity tariff, to me, okay, thank you, Matthew Olaleru. We appreciate you all this Sunday. Thank you so much. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Iya Monsura.
Kindly speak up. We can barely hear you, ma.
Could you speak up a bit here, Mansoura?
Hello? Okay, do well to call back. Otumba Jani Enoch Akin, thank you so much. Ogbomoso Oluwaseun Okikiola Okolawon, thank you. Says good morning, Voice of Africa. You are doing very well. Okay, this is Tola and conversation. Okay, it's time to call you. I'm short of words and very shameful to celebrate 60th independence of Nigeria. I know something for sure, that Oluwawa. Please help me tell our leaders, death is inevitable and everything that goes around comes around. God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Oluwaseun Okikiola Okonlawon. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Dayo and Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
My friend Adatoki is talking from Lalate.
Nice to have you, Reverend.
We can't be step that all the governors of PDP took by going to the Oba of Benin and appreciated what he has done. It is a good step. We should continue like that. But I want to advise that they should not be the godfather to Obaseki. I know that all of them are serving governors. Yes. What is good in one state may not be good in another state. So what they should advise Obaseki is that he should continue to do good things to the people of Edo in order to appreciate what they have done. Then I want to say that the federal government should not release the fund that they want to give to states to do their roads, especially to the state when the election is at hand. So that it will not eat and stay there.
Okay. All right.
Whatever money they want to give them, let it be after election. That is how it should be.
All right.
Reverend Babakube from Langaste.
Okay. Reverend, thank you so much. Is there money? Anyway.
There's quite an issue there.
Well, is there money? You can decide to receive it whenever. I mean, it's for refund of road project constructed on behalf of the federal government. He knows where the money will likely go for. Bayo Badmos on Twitter at Obeska says, for the bill to be smuggled to the floor of the house through the back door by its sponsors simply means there's more to it. I think it should be kicked out completely, but trust they will introduce it in another dimension. That's Bayo Badmos from Ugbomo. Abbas Abiola at SMO Xas is saying those that are waiting to steal from Nigeria are more than those who are stealing. Just like the number that stole from Nigeria is not up to those stealing now. Hope this is not hate speech. You've said it already. Let me pick this call.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, this morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and location, sir.
I'm Tola from Shaki.
Nice to have you, sir. Go ahead.
I just want to know for you people. Is there no Oba from Ondo State? An Oba like that of Benin? That mediated when the election was around. I think we should hear from you people if there's anybody like the Oba of Benin.
Well,
so please, don't bless Nigeria.
thank you so much. There are plenty kings in Ondo State.
Quite a number of parameters.
There's an Oba in charge of Ondo town. You know, there's Akure, there's Owo. I mean, there are plenty big kings there. You know, so, exactly. So it's their choice whether or not we can't force them to do that anyway.
It's their state.
So we pick another call.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Diane Tola.
Good morning.
Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, ma.
Happy end of September in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Great Yamasura for me. I think I'm happy that I have a partner in the women who are contributing on this program.
Okay.
But Nigeria at 60, is it a joy for a child who cannot even stand up at 60.
Oh.
And still they want to celebrate. Celebrate what?
It's low key, Grandma. It's just that it's 1 year.
Ish. God bless Nigeria.
Amen.
Thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much, Grandma. Really appreciate you. Amen. Really appreciate you. Okay, let's pick this call.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mosai coming again.
Okay. It's better now. Please go ahead.
Somehow, God will be with you this time.
Amen.
What I want to say this morning, I just want to pray for all of us in Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Ojo Olayinka Oluyemi on Facebook. Good morning, Mr. DNT. I think we should keep being positive about Nigeria. We are not where we started. We are moving, though at a slow pace, but we'll definitely get there. Thank you. Yes, let's be positive. What do we have to lose to being positive anyway? We have a lot to gain. Honorable Alabi Olawumi, thank you so much. Ajiagbomojo Olewa, thank you so much. Okay, can still pick a couple more calls.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Odayo and Tola.
Morning, sir.
Oluyole is my name from Obumoso.
Nice to have you, sir.
I was among the students that took part in the march past to public free starting on October 1, 1960. To celebrate the independence. After the declaration of independence, we came back with that hope. That Nigeria had been liberated from the cocoon of Britain. We came back with the hope that Nigeria will be better off economically, politically, and socially. But today, 60 years after independence, Nigeria cannot survive without Britain. Nigeria cannot survive without America. Neither can she survive without China. What then are we celebrating? 60 years of apparent underdevelopment. 60 years of new colonialism. 60 years of penury and squalor.
Wow.
60 years of unparalleled corruption. Rooted in the vastness of hypocrisy. And that is the major feature of our political years, hypocrisy.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
And this reminds me of Obasanjo's letter to Jonathan.
We're running out of time, sir.
Where he
We have
accused
to let you
Jonathan
go, sir.
of not addressing security challenges.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
We are running out of time. We're running out of time. And that's the program today. Till tomorrow when we come your way again. Prepare. Nigeria turns 60 tomorrow. We'll be having something for you. Prepare your mind. And for all our diligent listeners, whether on social media or via phone calls, we hope to be able to reach out to you as many as possible tomorrow. Till tomorrow when we come your way again, I remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Now the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile. Fresh. Oral-B 2-in-1. Got me fresh all day like ooh. I'm still fresh. Still fresh for the gisting all day. My confidence is never low. Never on fresh. Cause I've got healthy strong teeth and Oral-B 2-in-1. Got me fresh all day like ooh.
Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for stronger healthy teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Mikolo, my engine sounds like brand new. Is it not the same Mobile Super 1000 you used to service it?
Now the same Mobile Super 1000, but levels don't change.
Yes! Mobile Super 1000 XHP is now improved to meet standard of quality APISN. So, whether you buy Mobile Super 1000 XHP, Mobile Super 2000 semi-synthetic, or even the new fully synthetic Mobile Super 3000, you are guaranteed the APISN perfection in every drop.
Make it mobile.
Good morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check 7:30 a.m. And you already know that it's time to talk sport once again on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Yes, you know, with the trailblazer, with the pride of the nation, with the best in the West. Boluwaji Ogumala is here once again at this lovely Wednesday edition of Sported Beat. Indeed, a special edition of Sported Beat today. You already know why. Yes, I booked it yesterday. And of course, it's my anniversary edition of Sported Beat. I started the celebration yesterday with cash prizes to some lucky winners on the show yesterday. Yes, we know that was 4,000 naira to lucky fans yesterday, and today we're hoping to do the same as well. And of course, this lovely morning, Boluwaji Ogumala is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the world of sports, bring you the latest, the hottest, and of course the juiciest news that you can only get on this radio. Don't forget exclusive interviews. Yes, we've got to cover this lovely Wednesday morning, a special edition indeed. Yes, don't forget that you can listen to us online. Just visit www.bswes.tv. Listen to us anywhere you are on planet Earth. You can also watch the live stream on Facebook. Visit www.facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and on Twitter we're at Oluyole FM. You can also catch up with me on Instagram this lovely morning. Yes, on my Instagram page, just visit at Matt_Boluwaji. Matt is spelled MATT_Boluwaji. Yes, we might just have the giveaway going on Instagram this lovely morning. You can also join me on my personal Facebook page as well. Boluwaji Ogumala on Facebook to enjoy this show live with everyone on the internet this morning. And of course, you know already that's the anniversary edition. When the time is right, you'll be able to call in this morning to talk about what you think about Sported Beat since the past 1 year with Boluwaji Ogumala. Alright, let's kickstart the show this morning from Akure. As Sunshine Stars captain, as Sunday Abe has revealed to newsmen that the state government is owing the team Sunshine Stars more than 4 months of their salaries. The 29-year-old captain who was speaking on the recent appointment of Gbenga Ogumete says that he has not been easy for him and his teammates, and they have been made to eat from hand to mouth, borrowing from friends and families. Yes, Abe says while they are being owed more than 4 months of their salaries, they still have to do their jobs as footballers for Sunshine Stars. And of course, they believe that once the MPFL resumes, they will still continue to play. But of course, they are calling on the government of the state to do something as soon as possible. And of course, make sure that the boys are played. Our Sunshine Stars have lost some of their players to their rival clubs in the MPFL as Nigerians look forward to lifting of suspension on football activities by the federal government. Sporting activities were suspended in Nigeria back in March 2020 following the outbreak of COVID-19, but suspension was lifted on non-contact sports, while contact sports like football, boxing, judo, basketball, and taekwondo are still very much suspended. Well, footballers here in Oyo State, shooting stars and crime have a lot to thank the government, led by Engineer Shemakine, to thank. Despite playing the lower league of Nigerian football, they're still being paid, despite not playing football for the past 6 months. Kudos to the governor. All right, moving on this morning, Algeria will be without Leicester City forward Islam Slimani and 5 other key players when they face the Super Eagles in an international friendly in Austria on the 9th of October. Algeria replaced Ivory Coast, who pulled out of the friendly game against the Super Eagles due to an internal problem. According to a report, Algeria manager Jamel Belmadi will also be without Napoli's Adam Onos, Hachim Boudou, Yusuf Attal, Jamal Ben Lamri, and Yusuf Belali for their international friendly game next month against Nigeria. Meanwhile, reports also revealed that the absence of the quartet will give Belmadi an opportunity to test some new players like Mohamed Tagwai and Edem Zogani. The Eagles will also be without Wilfred Ndidi of Leicester City, who has been ruled out of action for 12 weeks after suffering a groin strain in Leicester City's Premier League win over Burnley on the 20th of September. The Eagles will be heading into the game hoping to put an end to Algeria's 18-match winning streak. Algeria's last defeat came almost 2 years ago in a 1-0 loss to Benin Republic in 2019 AFCON qualifiers. We're looking forward to that particular game against our reigning African champions. But before I move on the show this morning, let me take my first commercial break. And when I return, we'll be talking a whole lot about football here in Nigeria.
Ìyá mi Àyìnkẹ́, adájọ́ tí kì í figbá kan bọ̀ kan.
Ṣé wo mọ̀ yí pé apá ipò lẹ́yìn àgbà ọmọdé apá lẹ́yìn tiẹ̀ náà má yájú sẹ́gbọ́n rẹ̀ mọ́ o.
Kolo alámọ̀ ní kọ̀rọ̀ yàrá kí n má bàa fi gbogbo owó jẹ wóróbo.
Àjàní kódà kéèyàn fọwọ́ mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wá jẹun ná díẹ̀ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la ni.
Tí n bá rántí ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bá a ti múra lámúyẹ ẹ̀rín á sì pa mí títí.
Ọmọ mi Àjàní bó ti wọ bàtà ọ̀tún sósì bí ẹni ń lo oko ọdẹ. Ó yá ọkọ mi tún bàtà rẹ wọ̀ dáadáa.
Fún àwọn òpómúlérò ìyá ẹ̀mí àbàtà tí mọ́dọ̀ ṣàn ní 3 crowns ìtọ́jú àwọn ìyá ṣe pàtàkì kí wọ́n lè tẹ̀síwájú ipa rere aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ tí wọ́n ń kó lórí ẹbí gbogbo.
3 crowns milk, healthy moms, happy families.
Welcome back to listening to Spotted Beat on Oluyole 98.5 FM, the Trailblazer, you know, with the pride of the nation, of course, the best in the West. Well, moving on this morning, where former U.S. captain Thomas Dooley says that he hopes to succeed. Thomas Denby has the Super Falcons head coach after he applied to manage the country's women's national football team, the Super Falcons. The Falcons have been without a coach since October 2019, when Swede manager Thomas Denby resigned from his post despite having a year left on his contract. Dooley represented the United States at the 1994 and 1998 World Cup and was capped 81 times at international level by the Americans. Well, despite being born in Germany, he believes that the Falcons possess the talent to achieve greater success than they have done so far. The NFF president Ahmad Jumabin-Pinnick has revealed last month that Phillips Consulting was contracted to recruit coaches for the Falcons and the youth teams. And of course, we've had the coaches appointed for the youth teams, but we're still waiting for the coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Moving on this lovely morning, let me inform the Nigerian international William Troost-Ekong has completed a permanent transfer to Watford Football Club. The Hornets announced the signing in a statement released on the official website yesterday. The statement was titled "Official Hornets signed Troost-Ekong and young star Toure." The 27-year-old Nigerian centre half who has 42 caps and represented his country at the 2018 World Cup has signed a 5-year contract with Watford Football Club. Troost has spent the past 2 years in Italy with Udinese, playing 66 times for the 6th Serie A club since his arrival from Turkey's side Bursaspor in 2018. Born in the Netherlands, he began his senior career in the Eredivisie with Groningen and Drochet before spells in Belgium, Norway with Genk and Augustin respectively. Wish him all the very best as it resumes in England. Talking about William Troost Ekong. Moving straight to table tennis this morning, where Nigeria and Africa's #1 table tennis player Haruna Quadri has been listed as the only African to feature in the year ending 2020 ITTF finals, billed to hold between November 19 and 22 in China. Haruna Quadri, ranked 20th in the world, made the list after world number 10 Germany's Timo Boll and number 17 Japan's Mazutani Jun pulled out of the event. Liang Jiankun and 12th rank Wang Cheng, both from China, are also unavailable for the event. The 2020 ITTF finals is contested by the 16th highest ranked players in the world. The Nigerian is expected to be in top form for the competition after being one of the only 2 Africans to compete at the ITTF Men's World Cup alongside Egypt's Saleh Ahmed, who is current African champion. From table tennis this morning to long tennis and talking Roland Garros French Open, when Novak Djokovic bid to become the first man in half a century to win all 4 Grand Slam titles twice, got over to a straightforward start on Tuesday as Roland Garros, as a double bounce roll prompted calls for video replays to be introduced in tennis. World #1 Novak Djokovic returning to Grand Slam action for the first time since his US Open disqualification is the passer Sweden's Mikael Ymer, who is ranked 80, and of course he won that in straight set 6-love, 6-2, 6-3. In other games played in France yesterday, talking about the French Open, 4th seed Daniil Medvedev crashed out in the first round for the 4th year running, losing 6-4, 7-6, 2-6, 6-1 to Hungary's Marton Faksovic. Well, the Russian runner-up at last year's US Open became the highest ranked player so far and has yet to win a match at Roland Garros since his debut in 2017. Well, a quick one away from that. Let's check out UFC this morning and still celebrating Israel Adesanya. Well, UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya has said that he followed his father's instruction by shaving his head before his win over Paulo Costa on Sunday morning. A day before the UFC 253, Adesanya posted a picture of his new look after he dyed his hair pink and got many of his fans talking about the new hairstyle for the fight. In the post-match press conference, Adesanya said he had his head shaved because his dad told him that if Costa was hot and couldn't see, he could still focus on his pink hair. Yes, that's a good coaching from Adesanya's father. For the first time, the senior Adesanya, his wife, and other members of the family were absent at the ringside in Fight Island in Abu Dhabi due to COVID-19. Yes, I see calls are trying to come in, but of course when the time is right, I will pick those calls. Heading back to football this morning and talking Carabao Cup, Mason Mount missed the final spot kick as Tottenham Hotspur defeated Chelsea 5-4 on penalties to progress to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup after a 1-1 draw in regulation time. Timo Werner's first goal for Chelsea put Lampard's men in command against a much-changed Tottenham team playing the second of 4 games in 8 days, but Eric Lamela deservedly leveled for Tottenham 7 minutes from time, and new Chelsea goalkeeper Edward Mendy was unable to stop Eric Dyer, Lamela, Pierre-Emerick Ludwig, Lucas Moura, and Harry Kane scoring from the spot. Tammy Abraham, Cesar Spilicueta, Jorginho, and Emerson also converted the penalties as the first 9 of the shootout were successful, but Mason Mount's efforts clipped the post to the delight of the watching Gareth Bale, who could be fit to feature in the last 8 as the quarterfinals, which will happen later on in December. Well, talking about the Carabao Cup fixtures expected tonight. New County will take us Newcastle United. Burnley will slug it out with Manchester City tonight. Brighton will take on Manchester United, while Everton will slug it out with West Ham United. Straight up to the Premier League this morning, I'm talking about a coronavirus case confirmed at Liverpool, as Liverpool midfielder Thiago Alcantara has tested positive for COVID-19. The Premier League club confirmed yesterday 29-year-old who joined from Bayern Munich this month missed the 3-1 win over Arsenal and will now self-isolate. Well, moving straight to Spain, we had 2 games that went down yesterday. today. Valencia opened the fourth round of La Liga matches yesterday with a 1-0 away win at Real Sociedad to move to the top of the Spanish table. Well, in the other game played yesterday in the Spanish La Liga, Getafe defeated Real Betis by 3-0. Well, still in Spain this morning, let me inform you that our games will be played in the Spanish La Liga today. Huesca will take on Atletico Madrid. Villarreal will take on Deportivo Alaves. Eibar will take on Elche. Real Madrid will slug it out with Real Valladolid. Well, back to the Premier League this lovely morning. Manchester City completed a signing yesterday. Yes, Manchester City have signed a 23-year-old defender Ruben Diaz from Benfica on a 6-year deal for about £65 million. Argentine centre-back Nicolas Otamendi has moved the other way for £13.7 million. Well, let's see how many calls we can pick this lovely morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Daniel from Hawaii.
Your name once again?
Jamil from Hawaii.
Jamil for Hawaii. What do you have for us on Spotted Bait?
Just love you. I love your program, Boluwaji.
All right.
You are doing good.
Thank you very much, my brother. Jamil from Hawaii. Your number ends with 683. Confirm? All right, Jamil Hawaii, we'll get across to you. All right.
You are welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. All right, moving on the show this morning. Let me inform you that Italian top flight, that's the Italian Serie A, could be suspended for 2 weeks after a surge in coronavirus cases. Genoa alone have announced 14 positive tests among our players and coaching staff. That means now Napoli, who beat Genoa 6-0 last weekend, will have to self-isolate until they have returned a negative test. And don't forget that our own Victor Osimhen plays for Napoli. I will just pray for his safety at that particular club. And of course, it's also a major doubt for Nigeria's 2 friendly games next week. Another caller here this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's the name and where are you calling from?
My name is Afiz Olabi. I'm calling from Iwo, Osun State.
Afiz from Iwo,
Osun State.
What do you have for this morning?
I just love your program. I normally hear your program every morning, 7:30.
Thank you very much, my brother. You know the deal. We'll get across to you after the show.
Yeah?
We'll get across after the show. All right?
Okay, sir.
All right, well, away from the course, let's round off the show this morning where Didier Drogba has been selected to receive the 2020 UEFA President Award. The 42-year-old scored Chelsea's winning penalty in 2012 UEFA Champions League final shootout with Bayern Munich and also helped Chelsea win 4 Premier League titles and so many FA Cup across 9 years in sports. Drogba will collect his award later tomorrow during the UEFA Champions League draw in Geneva. He scored 164 goals in 381 appearances. And later tonight, German Super Cup will hold, and of course, it will be between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Well, that ends the show this lovely morning. Big thanks to everyone who's in part of today's production. In fact, big thanks to everyone who's produced this show for the past 1 year. Yes, to my lucky winners this morning, you've won 2,000 naira for yourself today, 2,000 naira each. But the show returns tomorrow morning for the Independence Day edition of Spotted Beat, where we hope to celebrate you, our listeners of Spotted Beat. Till tomorrow, do have a lovely day and stay safe.